Hello folks, and welcome back to Whiskey Wars. My name is Sean, and tonight we have another episode of Have a Drink on Me. This time we are trying some Wild Turkey 13. This one came from a whole other country. Let's get into it. Okay, so here is our sample bottle for tonight. First off, thank you, Chris and Lil. Met up with them at the Kentucky meetup here. Of course, they were visiting from Australia. Many of you in the community also got to hang out with them while they were here in the States. And I got this sample from them, so thank you very much again. This is awesome to have. Of course, this is Wild Turkey 13. A Japanese-only release, but Australia gets some as well, and so that's how they ended up with it, and they brought me a little sample all the way from Australia over to the States here, so very happy to try this. As you can see, I have tried a little bit already. But now we are going to film the official review. I'm going to save a little bit still. Yeah, there we go. That's a sip-ish. Because obviously I can't get any more. Now there is the father and son thing here in the States that's sort of similar. But this is kind of a special thing for just the Japanese community because they kind of supported bourbon back when nobody else was doing it. So Japan gets some special stuff that we don't get. But in any case, let's get into this 13-year-old turkey product. Now, you know, of course, we also have the Russell's tin here. Similar proof point, but 3 years younger. So I'm going to be kind of comparing it to that, but also just thinking about it on its own. Oh man, just that nose, just dark, like black cherries, a little bit of a cinnamon spice there, nice oak presence, and like a nice charred oak, really nice barrel presence in this. There's a little bit of a toasty, kind of like caramelized oak note. Actually just a nice caramel note in general. A little bit of almost like a grapiness in this, which is not something I typically get in Wild Turkey, but interesting on the nose here. Also, it's kind of, it's very perfumey. Almost, what's the bunch of like rose petals and like mulch and stuff that's scented? I can't think of the word. Somebody in the comments, you know, it's like the dried out things you have in a bowl that makes your house smell good. Nothing, just nothing happening. Potpourri, that's the thing. A little bit potpourri-like as well as all the other notes. Yeah, mine's not working so well there. I'll just leave that in, I'm not gonna edit it out. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the sip though. Here we go, Wild Turkey 13 down the hatch. Okay, so a little bit of spice up front. Now that is kind of my first sip of the day. I actually had a drink earlier with lunch, just a little bit. But first sip in a few hours anyway. So kind of hitting me a little spicy there, being the first kind of sip in a while. So nice tongue punch right away. Get a little bit of a cinnamon pop, nice caramel notes, a little bit of barrel spice showing up there on the front. Certainly quite a bit of barrel char like right away, which I actually like. And then mid palate, it gets very fruity. So there's like this somewhere like between like a cherry and a grape lollipop, kind of mid palate, as well as, you know, your caramel brown sugar, and then a little bit of black pepper in there as well. The spice kind of continues through the mid palate. And lots of barrel presence throughout, which you would expect from a 13-year-old product. Let's go one more sip here and talk about that finish though, because it is a nice one. Yeah, so the finish is just like toasted, caramelized black cherries and barrel char and toasted oak and maybe just a little bit of spiciness. And it's kind of like a slightly sour cherry note. It's not, and that's the thing about all of the fruit notes in this, none of it is medicinal. So, you know, Eagle Rare has some similar notes, but for me, Eagle Rare is always more medicinal. This is just more like candy, which is, I prefer. So yeah, just excellent mouthfeel as well. Very viscous for being only 91 proof. Really mouth coating. Yeah, so again, Chris, Lil, Miss you guys already. Thank you so much for this sample. I actually have another sample from them that we're going to have to get to here fairly soon. But more than anything, just really loved hanging out with you guys. Loved getting to meet you guys and hang out and have some drinks, share some stuff, share some whiskey, some good times, and cannot wait for next year. And for those of you that were at the Kentucky meetup, and you know who you were, Paul, Stacy, David, Dustin, Perry, and I'm sure I'm leaving other people out. I apologize. Memories, never great. Anyway, had a great time with all of you, had great whiskey, and thank you again to Chris and Lilith for this fantastic whiskey right here. And folks, as always, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Also, here is other reviews from us right here, and here's the subscribe button, so please do that. And until next time, folks, just remember, you can never have too much good whiskey.